What's up? Welcome to our World FTM. This is Shai. It is Mondays. It is March 7th. It's my birthday, and I apologize for it being late, and part of it is the birthday thing. I went out to lunch with my friend, and we ended up having this awesome tea. This is coconut tea. I got to bring some home. If you don't know what teeny is, which is spelled T-E-A-N-Y, Google it. This week's subject is week 16 and dysphoria. Now, I want to talk to you quickly about one thing. If you have any questions on auditions or anything else, please feel free to inbox. After I'm done uploading this video, I'm going to go crazy of updating stuff and looking at stuff. Also, if you have any questions that you actually want to make us, for a weekly topic, please inbox that as well. Okay, so on to the subject matter of dysphoria. I looked up in 2 dictionaries of what the definition of dysphoria was because I wanted to do something a little different. So the first one I went to, I said, hey, why don't I get my pocket dictionary thingamajiggy I have, which is this. Not the greatest dictionary, I will tell you that much. It is the Random House Webster's Dictionary, revised and updated. Not updated enough where they have the word dysphoria. Now, the actual dictionary, the second dictionary where I was like, yay, I hit gold, that actually had the definition, which I'm going to show you guys on the camera for about a minute or so, after I read it. Of what it says for dysphoria. This is actually a little bit of an older dictionary, and it's my mother's, so I hope she doesn't hate me for this. And B, that's why it's kind of bent a little. So yeah, the publishing date. So obviously this word has been around for a while. Is 1970, copyright 1970, and the dictionary it's from is the Webster's New World Dictionary, the all-American languages. Here, let me show you. Second college edition. Alright, so this is going to take me like 3 minutes explaining the actual word, but alright, so dysphoria, spelled D-Y-S-P-H-O-R-I-A. So if you've been wondering how to spell dysphoria, that's how you spell dysphoria. As in any dictionary explains the different, Latin, whatever, it says a generalized, from what I a generalized feeling of ill-being, ESP, an abnormal feeling of anxiety, discontent, physical discomfort, ECT, opposed to euphoria, dysphoric. There you go. See, I don't know why some of that's there, but yes. See, that's part. Opposed to euphoria. And like I explained, it's a little tattered because it's an older dictionary. But I think my mom will be happy that this is being used towards a positive thing. This is probably the best dictionary I've ever seen. It's big, it's fat, it's heavy, but it has pretty much all you need. This little light and piece of crap. So, since we know what the definition of dysphoria is, and you got to read what the definition of dysphoria is for a minute, I'm going to talk about what you tend to associate with trans men and dysphoria, and I'm going to talk about what dysphoria I've had, and also how I tend to deal with my dysphoria. So, what dysphoria do you think of when you think of dysphoria with trans men? You think of face, voice, upper body / man boobs or whatnot, lower area, no matter if it's the hips, their vagina area-ish, thingamajiggy, whatever you want to call it, their snatch. One of my friends who's genderqueer / FTM, he calls it his snatch. And he goes between he and him and they and them, so that's what I'm saying, he. And that's pretty much mostly what you hear about, not having a a penis or whatever. That's another dysphoria for some guys. Dysphoria I have, actually, a more recent one, shockingly, has been my voice. I think it's more me having to get used to, getting used to my voice, but I despise my voice, and for a really long time I've despised my voice, and I've had a pretty bad dysphoria with my voice, and all you ever hear from people is that, but Shai, your voice is awesome, and very calming, and I'm like, spend 24 hours a day, 365 days of the year, 7 days in a week, and you could say my voice is calming. I don't know. I've had pretty bad, I would probably say my worst dysphoria is my face. And probably the biggest irony to it is that I have a full-length mirror in my room. Some of you guys have seen videos in it, / from it, that I've actually shown that, here we go, here's this like huge long mirror. And some of you guys have not. But I try to avoid that mirror at all costs. I hate that mirror. I hate the bathroom mirror. When I'm in the bathroom, I like swing the mirror so I don't see it. It's really hard when I'm going upstairs, because in my house we have 2 levels. We have 3 levels, but the bottom level is the basement, and the main level is, you know, a regular living area, and upstairs is a regular living area kind of thing as well. But we take our showers upstairs, and the way the mirrors are in the bathroom, the way the actual medicine cabinet is kind of, trying to think of how to explain it. Sliding mirrors, basically. You can't understand it unless you see it, but yes, it's sliding mirrors, so you can't avoid it. No matter what, you're gonna have to, you can't avoid it. So what I do to avoid seeing my reflection into that mirror is just look away. That bathroom is a little bigger than the bathroom we have downstairs, so it's a little easier to avoid it. In our house, I really can't think of where else we have mirrors, but I try to avoid my reflection as much as possible. Like, it's kind of funny, because you could say that when I'm walking in the street and there's, you know, your shadow, that's your reflection, but it's not the same reflection as, you know, it's not as detailed. But actually, the reflection that you get when you're walking in the street from, like, the sun and everything actually fascinates me. I don't hate it. I don't despise it. Opposed to my voice, opposed to my face and whatnot. I've never had dysphoria with my downstairs area and whatnot, but I definitely had upper dysphoria. It's been bad, but not, like, hugely bad. It's more of a medical thing than anything else. Sometimes I think I've talked myself that my dysphoria, my upper dysphoria, I talked myself into the upper dysphoria, but I don't know, who knows. But I know I definitely have a really bad dysphoria with my voice and my face. So I'm really hoping that once I'm on T for like over a year or so, that things will get better. I'm gonna quickly check up on time. Yeah, so this is gonna be a longer video. I want to quickly talk about how I help myself with my dysphoria, because we don't want to stick to the negative. We want to stay a little bit to the positive side as well. Music definitely helps, because music, when you listen to music, music is basically talking about how it feels your pain. So I listen to music. I try to keep my mind off of the things that make me dysphoric. With my upper area, since I can't bind, there's pretty much nothing I can do about it. I write. Pretty much writing is the biggest thing. You know, writing or rapping about it is the biggest way I deal with it. Not talking, which is probably one of the most, like, I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of the word, but I try not to talk a lot since I hate my voice so much. Not even just the matter because it's changing. It just, I despise my voice, so I just try not to talk. I only talk when I have to. Face, like I said, I avoid mirrors at all costs. A positive thing is pictures. I take pictures of myself, and I don't look at the pictures, but, you know, like, I have people commenting saying I look good or whatever, and it's a positive form, because I'm basically saying, here, I'm beautiful. I may not like the way I look 100%, but take my beauty for who I am. And a big reason why I like taking pictures by the bay, or by water in general, is because I love water, and there's a lot of symbolisms with water and peace and with the soul and whatnot. So there's this one picture that kind of just speaks more than words of how I feel with my dysphoria of my face and my voice and everything, and how photography just takes my mind away from all of how I feel dysphoria. And how I feel dysphoric is basically this one picture with my coat, my winter coat, my famous Blue Jays hat, which I don't think is here, and I'm standing by the water, and you can see the water in the background, and I'm kind of just looking. I look sad and I look upset, but you could kind of see like a lot of emotion into it, and like it's just one of those pictures that are like perfect. It's like, if you're a photographer and you know what I'm talking about, it's like you get the picture at the perfect angle, just exactly what you imagine, and that picture pretty much is just perfect in my mind about everything with dysphoria. It's like, and how photography has helped me with dysphoria. You know, with photography, I've taken pictures of my bad times in my bad dysphoria times. I've taken pictures of my greatest dysphoria times, which that's like hold on a second. Shh. It's like a totally oxymoron. I'm basically saying when I'm not dysphoric. So I think with how I deal with my dysphoria is photography and trying to avoid the actual things that cause my dysphoria. So for me, pretty much is mirror, singing, rapping, even though it's a big passion of mine, so it's kind of hard to avoid it. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So that's pretty much my video for this week. I hope it's pretty good. I wanted to make as good a video as I possibly can, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon.